Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your weekly reading for February 12th to the 19th. This is for Virgo, Sun, and Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity to get more specific with your reading. Now, Virgo, I do this because I love you and I want you to feel like it's a personal reading rather than a general spread. And astrology has been around for thousands of years and it's had such an influence on divination. And so, tarot, which came out in the 14th century, every tarot card is assigned an astrological element, a ruling planet. We go really deep when the two are combined. And when, they're both actually, let me move the microphone out of the screen, they're both actually aligned with the tree of life. So that said, Leo, this week, oh my goodness, I did a monthly forecast for y'all, and if you saw it, Virgo, you know this is a really big week. Okay, it's a really big week for love. And it just so happens, and it's funny because it just happens to be Valentine's Day week. Now, listen, I don't know if you celebrate Valentine's Day or not, but February 14th, huge day for love. All right, the alignments couldn't be more perfect. But here's the kicker, and again, you'll know this if you saw that my February thing. The day after February 15th is actually feels more like Valentine's Day. All right, it is one of the biggest days of romance, love, passion, creativity, all of that. Venus is conjuncting Neptune, and both Venus and Neptune are in Pisces. Okay, and Venus is exalted in Pisces, first of all. Now, why is this important for you specifically, Virgo? Is because Venus in Pisces is in your 7th house of partnerships. Okay, so when I say this is going to be a big week for love, especially when you have like 2 days back to back like that, that's amazing. But then Venus is just really active the rest of the week. But for you specifically, Virgo, come on, in your house of partnerships. And so if you're not here for love, hey, that's career too, all right? Finding the perfect boss, perfect colleague, perfect person to work with, even with your passions, right? Partnering up with someone to, fulfill some, side hustles maybe, or pet projects or things that you want to pursue. Now, I really love all that's happening. Now, at the end of the week, we do have that new moon in Pisces. We're going into Pisces season officially. I'm going to talk about that more next week because it's going to be more relevant next week. But if things come up, then things will come up and we'll talk about it here. But in the meantime, let's just go ahead and get started. See what's going on for you, Virgo, for the week of February 12th to the 19th. Again, this is for Virgo, Sun, and Rising. I was going to say one other thing. Just looking at my calendar, there it is on the 17th. Mark that down. Mercury is sextiling Jupiter. I love that day for you, Virgo. Mercury is your ruling planet, and Jupiter is, the planet of prosperity and good fortune and good luck. And it's a great day to like launch a project if you are in that. If that's a thing for you right now. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with your reading. I'm gonna stop yabbing. Is it yabbing? It's blathering. I'm gonna stop blathering. Blathering. Virgo, I love you. You're amazing. And listen, I do it, like I said, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. It is definitely, it gives a really good overview. If we have to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Virgo, that's it. I love you. I love you, love you, love you. You are the Keanu Reeves of the Zodiac. You know that, right? You're the Beyoncés. Prince Harry. Listen, a lot of people forget that about Virgos. Like, sure, you're the analytical, the loyal, the researchers, but you're so leadership material, right? Like, I think I saw there was a data that came out that like a lot of CEOs at companies are Virgos. But anyway, I know. Okay, sorry. Let's do it. All right, so Virgo, look at this. I can't even. This is going to be, it's going to be a pretty significant week, okay? It's gonna be a pretty significant week. I cannot believe this. Actually, I cannot believe this. You see that you've gotten all major arcanas in court cards except for in your challenge area. You have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, I did. It was like Larry David from Curb Your Enthusiasm. I was trying to think when I was like, this is gonna be pretty big. Now, you got the Empress, Virgo. This is amazing. Everyone loves the Empress. She is Miss Universe, Miss Mother Nature. She is, I mean, this is, you're so glorified, right? Especially in nature, by the way. So spend some time outdoors, and I'm sure that you are anyway. Listen, and if you're not, do it. Even just going on little walks or whatever, but this is amazing, okay? This is passion. This is pleasure. This is, ruled by Venus. Okay. And first of all, the Empress is a goddess, right? Not a queen, not a priestess, a goddess. All right. So she came up in your reading. And so you can see the symbol of Venus here, right? In the stone shaped heart. Listen, Venus is a planet of, love. All right. But it's also money. It's sex. It's beauty. It's all those things that we desire. And this is enormously beautiful, and I love that you got the Empress in your spread. Okay, now listen, there could have been a lot of abundance that came into your life, okay, or you could have just felt really good. Things have been just really great here. I really love this for you. There is some Virgos want are thinking about having kids, and there could be some, if you are a mother, something about if you with daughter, there's a mother-daughter energy coming up. But listen, you did get the moon, okay, and the heart of your spread. Now, this card is ruled by Pisces, speaking of all this activity in Pisces, all right? There's a lot of duality here. You see the two pillars here. Listen, and I'm not going to... Here's the thing. There is a lot of fear and distress that's associated with this card, but the bigger energy that's coming through is that it's more about your future, okay? But I want you to know that you're fine. All right, it's just where you're at now. Things could be a little, right, heavy. Now, when you think about the moon, right? The moon, trace it back. We'll go to the etymological root of the moon. It's Luna, right? Goddess of the moon. That's why the moon goes through lunar phases and it, has lunar landings, Luna, right? But then if you think about the evolution of the word, lunacy, okay? People go a little crazy over the full moon. And so this week you could be in your head a little bit. I want you to go a little bit more, not be so cerebral, but be more, tap into your intuition. Okay, that's what the moon, the moon represents intuition as well. Okay, and so I want you to know that whatever experiences that you have emotionally this week, know that they're meant to be felt. Okay, they're meant to be felt. We're built as human beings with a range of emotions to feel, right? It's why whoever created us didn't create us as robots, okay? We weren't built as robots, but that is what's going to help you evolve, okay? And the reason why you may have, if you may feel a little emotional, is because you did get the 10 of Wands, but in your challenge area, all right? And so it almost feels like there's like a heaviness for this week, that in a weird way you won't let you kind of can't let go. All right, does that make sense? It's really interesting. The 10 of Wands, there's a lot of burden to that card. There's a lot of heaviness to the card. You can even see he's carrying all these wands by himself, right? And it's when you're carrying on all these responsibilities, whether you asked for it, whether you wanted it or not, it's still a lot. It's taking up a lot of, it's backbreaking work, okay? It's backbreaking work, but you can see here, when you do that, you can't actually see where you're going, all right? And so the fact that it's come up with the moon, there is this almost like what's next energy, okay? here's the thing. You did get the Ace of Pentacles, all right, in your crown, which is great, and I love that. I love where your head's at, and it's you're really looking for this new opportunity. You did get the Tower as well, all right, and the root of your spread. So there really could have been something that happened that was unexpected, and possibly you saw it unfavorably, because this is the card of chaos and destruction, and it's just it's game changing. It's like a life changing event that happened. Now, interestingly enough, a big energy coming through is that it's something that you want. Isn't that crazy? Now, one of the reasons, so that is a message that came through, but Virgo, when you think about it, what's really interesting is that, like I said, Jupiter is in Aries, and Jupiter is in Aries in your eighth house, and the eighth house is ruled by Scorpio, and it is all about death and rebirth. Okay? And so, what I want you to know is that Jupiter is a planet of good luck and good fortune and prosperity and expansion. So, with this transformation, this death and rebirth energy, it's actually good for you. And so some of y'all want to kind of like burn it down, build it up. Does that make sense? Whether it's, in some aspect of your life, okay? And it could be career, it could be relationships, it could be home. You could be ready to just like, I'm so, I don't want to live in, Marietta, Georgia anymore. I need to move to, Boston, or do you know what I mean? Like there's that kind of energy. It's like, oh, I no longer want to be single. I have to do something about this, and or I'm in a relationship that's toxic, and I need to just get out of it. There's something that you just, it's heavy. It's heavy, okay? And I think that you really, with the Empress showing up, I think that you really know what that abundance is that you're looking for. Know what's going to bring you all that pleasure, and I love that for you. Look, you got the Chariot in your future, so you are going to move forward in a big way. All right, now listen. If you're into numerology, you know that this is 2023 is the year of seven, right? Lucky seven, but it really is introspection. That's what seven is, okay? And so the Chariot, it couldn't be more apt for this card, because the Chariot, it's gone deep to find that self-will, all right, and that determination, right, to just move ahead, to charge forward from any obstacles, like the Tower, all right, like the Tower moment, okay? And so some of y'all, again, really wanted it, and it was probably the best thing for you. And some of y'all may be experiencing it, and that could be bringing a lot of this emotional energy, especially about your future, because maybe something just didn't work out that you thought was going to work out. But again, the Tower moment, first of all, it happens for you. It doesn't happen to you. It's one of those things where, and everyone's experienced this, right? Where something happens, and at the time you're just like, I can't believe this happened. But then 2 months later, you're like, actually, that was the best thing that ever happened to me, because that opened this up, and or I saw this and I needed to see that, or that opened up this door. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's actually really good for you. And the Chariot is just moving forward in a really, really positive way. Now, I'm really glad. I'm actually very happy that you got the Chariot in your future, because it's you can see the two Sphinxes here, by the way, and it doesn't even matter which direction they go, because you're in the Chariot seat. All right, you're in charge. So you could even have two opportunities coming through. When you think about what's going on, Mars is in Gemini right now, and speaking of charging forward, right? Mars is a planet of action, and that happens to be in your 10th house of career, okay? And so Gemini is the twin, and then you got two Sphinxes here, so you could have two opportunities to pursue, or two opportunities that come up. Virgo, you're amazing. So let's get to your stuff. I'm very curious. as to what's going on here. If you're new to my channel, by the way, it would be great if you like, subscribe, and leave comments. It really does help my channel grow. If you're not a commenter, you know I love emojis. Maybe you don't, but I do. And if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here every week. I love you. You really make my day. Thank you so much. Now, yeah, this is you, Virgo. This is one of your most interesting spreads. All right, you did get the Five of Swords. All right, so there is this, feeling of just you just want to battle. You just want to. You can see it's actually a battle has been fought. All right, and it's very emotional. Okay, not only did you got the moon in the heart of your spread, but look, you can see all that water. Some people think it's a wall. It looks like a gladiator stadium. It's actually the sea. And so water is emotions, right? But the swords are the mental suit, okay? And so you can see everyone here has dropped their swords, right? So it really is at a point like it really depends. It's like we don't even have to tell kids how powerful swords are, right? They're sharp, they're powerful, they're heavy. What really matters is how you wield that sword, okay? Swords are the mental suit. It's, there's so much power and knowledge, all right? And with great power comes great responsibility. So really choose your battles wisely if you're going to go into battle. It feels like there is something going on here where there's something you need to get out of, okay? But I want you to do it in a, I don't know if in like a graceful way. I know that's such a weird thing to say about a battle, like, go into battle gracefully. But think of when I say battle, it could be just an argument, it could be an encounter with, a family member or a colleague. It could be just not seeing eye to eye. And it could even just be a lot of egos at play, all right? But what's really important is this card is all about self-respect and self-dignity, and it's how you approach that battle, how you come out of it that matters, all right? You want to be the better person in this situation. You want to be the better version of yourself. And so it really feels like there's some sort of conflict and a lot of just like, I'm over it feeling, right? Burn it down, build it up, and then just charge forward. But take care of the thing. Listen, again, I don't want you to just be careful. Like I said, swords are powerful. And in this card, look at the way he's holding the swords. First of all, he's got 3 swords, which isn't fair. But look at the way he's holding his sword. That's not powerful, right? Think of Jon Snow, right? Just, so you hold the sword. So I want you to be very powerful, especially with the way that you communicate this week, all right, and interact with other people. Now, you did get the 6 of Cups in your external factors area, so there is going to be a lot of comfort and security that comes through, and that's really great, all right? So you are moving into this place where you have a lot of support, all right? There's someone from the past could come through too, by the way. It may have already happened for you. Yeah, there you go. You're fine. You got the 10 of Cups, all right? So not only did you get the 6 of Cups in your external factors area where it has the biggest house in tarot, indicating comfort, security, protection, you got the 10 of Cups, which is happy family, happy life, happy home. Like this, you're fine. You're good. You're good. I don't want you to just, I really, it feels like there is just a lot of like emotional stuff that maybe, coming up this week, but you're golden. I mean, like, this is the only rainbow in tarot, and, it indicates a promising future. All right. So, you're good. You have a lot of comfort and security. Okay. You also got the Page of Cups. So this is also indicating there is something new that you want to come through. All right. There is something new. And it's kind of like your biggest hope right now is to explore something that will help you follow your bliss. And it could be something new, but it could just also be there could, especially with relationships, is a lot of I did mention partnerships is a big thing for you right now with Venus and Pisces, okay? And some of y'all may want to uh, be in relationships. That's like the thing. Like I this one's not working out. I want a new relationship, or maybe there is someone out there that you already talk to Tinder, or you've texted back and forth, and you have this flow going. But there's definitely, and if it's not relationship, but there's a lot of energy in your partnership sector. It could be work too, new job, new boss, new colleague. Listen, you got the Four of Cups in your final outcome. So really just, there's a lot of emotional energy here, a lot of emotional energy. Now, what I want you to do is I want to remember, raise your frequency, raise your frequency. I want you to really, really be in a positive space, not only like a positive health headspace, but just I want you to be thinking clearly, and I really want you to pursue. I mean, you are charging forward. You have a lot of comfort and security, but there is something happening, like where you may feel a little emotional this week, all right? And a lot of it again is like about that future, all right? Where you're at now, and how it may not be exactly how you pictured it or how you wanted it, or that you like it, and there's you want to just move forward, all right? Now with the Four of Cups in your final outcome, just have that gratitude, okay? Hold on to that gratitude. This is a card of, you can see that the Hand of Spirit is offering this young man another cup. He already has 3 cups. He can see the cup. It's eye level, but you see his reaction, like literally crossing off his heart. And so there's a little bit of like just not being satisfied, a little bit of apathy. It's in disinterest, okay? I don't want you to regret anything, right? So I want you to be grateful for everything that comes through in your life. And there could be some things that do come through that you're just not like happy with, but you have to just maintain that gratitude. And because, like I said earlier, sometimes those things that happen in the moment when we're just like, this is so unfavorable and unfair and I don't like it, you'll see down the line, actually, that was the best thing for me. But as long as you hold on to that gratitude, and then we'll clarify that, and then boom, King of Wands. All right, so yeah, you're good. You're going through, this is going to be an emotional week for you, but in the end, you got the Chariot, you got the Six of Cups, you got the Ten of Cups, you got the King of Wands. I mean, this is insane. This is insane. So have that gratitude, because the King of Wands, I mean, I call him, the Steve Jobs of tarot, just someone who's very inspiring, very influential, all right? Very influential. Didn't have to work for anybody else, okay? And he earned his spot. He earned his spot here, okay? Now, Leo, this is essentially you. I mean, you see the little lions in the background, but this is very transformative energy too, and just a lot of passion here. And it doesn't have to be work related. Even though, again, creativity and the passions, just anything that you're passionate about. But it looks like you are going to be sitting in that throne, but you have to have that gratitude to sit in that throne. All right. So, Leo, you're amazing. You're amazing. And I know that it's going to be, you may feel a little emotional this week. And a lot of it has to do with what's coming up in your future. But there are, did I call you Leo? Sorry, Virgo. Virgo, sorry. I'm still overcoming jet lag. Trust me. Taking a flight for the first time in 3 years overseas is insane. So, but this is, more Leo energy, which is good because that's powering that full moon that was in Leo. Now, again, I should probably point out, if you saw my last reading, that full moon in Leo was in your 12th house of your subconscious. So It really just makes sense here, but I don't want you to feel burdened. I don't want you to feel unsatisfied, and I don't want you to feel that you're on the wrong path. I want you to know that things are going to be really great for you. Okay, really great for you. You just have, there's going to be an emotional moment, but like I said, with great power comes great responsibility, and all that power is in knowledge. And I want you to just be able to use that for the greater good, and in a way where it brings abundance into your life, and where it just compels you to have this gratitude in your life. All right. Virgo, you're amazing. You're fine, okay? You will have an emotional moment, but again, with a Tower card, the real energy was like, it was more like you wanted it. And I'm not going to lie, the Tower card is one of the best cards in the deck. All right. Virgo, I love you so much. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.